That card has passed by there, but it looks like we're getting ready to go. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Let's Play Spider-Man 2 Enter Electro. Last time, I showed off every last comic book location. 3 playthroughs later, or 1 cheat code later, depending on how you look at it, I have everything now. Yeah, I have absolutely everything. I have all the costumes. I have all the comics. You saw me go back and get them all. I have all of the characters and the viewer. I got all the Bugle headlines. 6 of them you get through naturally playing the game. 7 of them or so you have to literally die on purpose to get. That one took me a while. There's all the storyboards, and here is Parker's portfolio. You get all of these from playing through on Kid Mode, Easy Mode, Normal Mode, and Hard Mode. We're going to be looking at all of that today, so grab yourself some popcorn. We're going to be starting by showing you all of the witty banter that you get from Training Mode. Just the witty banter at the beginning, because the end really doesn't do all that much. So strap in, boys. We're going to be here a while.
Well, Spider-Man, I see you've decided to take advantage of Beast's offer to train in our state-of-the-art danger room. This exercise will test one of your greatest abilities, web swinging. To complete this mission, you'll need to turn all of the green areas blue by landing on them or walking over them. Be careful, though. Do not touch the red areas or you will fail the mission.
Okay, Prof, this should be a piece of cake. I was born for this sort of thing.
I'm sure you were, Spidey. I should really remember to hit quit to training, so it'll be a little easier.
This mission utilizes another of your web abilities, the web yank. You can pull both enemies and some objects by pressing down at the same time you press the web button. You can yank to the side by pressing diagonally down to the left or right, and the web button to yank in those directions. Follow my instructions and make your attempt.
That sounds easy enough. Are you gonna do that talking in my head thing? So creepy.
I intend to do just that, Spider-Man.
Okay, then.
And he's not joking either. The further you go,
Yank straight by pressing down and the web button.
he'll do exactly that the entire time. Let's talk about L1 targeting, shall we?
This mission tests your L1 aiming abilities. You must make it to the top of the tower without touching the black area. Use your L1 targeting button to aim, and then R2 to swing to the target.
Ah, this will come in handy for rescuing cats out of trees.
Hey! Hey! I like cats. Shut up, Spidey. Besides, everyone doesn't want their cat stuck up. How do cats get stuck up trees? Can anyone explain that? Doesn't make sense if they can just land on their feet.
In this mission, Spider-Man, you will practice using your L2 targeting feature. When there are multiple targets on screen, you can easily cycle through them by pressing the L2 button repeatedly. When you have your target, press up and the web button to fire impact webbing at it.
Hit only the green targets. You'll fail the mission if you hit the red ones.
Simple enough. Do I get a prize for this? I could use a stuffed rabbit for my girl.
Yeah, he could. Zip line.
Whoa! This looks interesting.
This is to practice your zipline ability, Spider-Man. These are the only places you may touch. If you touch anywhere else, you fail.
All or nothing, huh, lady? All right, I'll give it a whirl.
Oh yeah, you can't web swing either for this one.
Trying to make this easy, eh? Stand back, people. I'll be back in a...
Remember, Spider-Man, you can only touch the green areas.
Green. Right, got it.
That's all there is to that one. By the way, that's Jennifer Hale reprising, coming back to the game, voicing Rogue. Anyways, let's talk about stealth, shall we? I hate this one. I hate this one so much.
This one might pose more of a challenge, Spider-Man. It helps you to work on your stealth abilities.
The objective is to make it to the end without alerting the guards at all. This means no webbing them up or attacking them.
Being cautious will sometimes keep you out of dire situations. This mission teaches you how to take advantage of your ability to sneak around.
I can do sneaky.
So the problem with stealth in this particular game is just because the game really doesn't... It gives you the option for, you know, stealth training and keeping silent, but there's really no levels that can truly take advantage of that, I feel. And the final one.
This will test your combat skills, Spider-Man. You need to last for 2 minutes to complete this mission.
No problem, Teach. I can do this in my sleep.
And that's pretty much all the banter you get. There's nothing else. There's really nothing for the challenges. I've checked that. If you really just want some instant action so that you can, you know, just play around and stuff, I suppose there is some merit to it. This gives you exactly that, though. A landscape that you can sort of just roam around and get a feel for the controls and whatnot. I don't mind this. It thankfully feels like a bit more of a proper level, and I think it loops, too. Sadly, you're locked to this particular suit, so don't expect too much from it. Okay, it doesn't loop around. You can fall off it. Let's see what happens when I fall. But yeah, that's all there is to that one. There are records, but it's basically for the challenge modes. Yeah, see, as you can see there's a lot of the times I tried getting all the footage. That's all it is. I find it a little... I just find this training mode a little bit underwhelming compared to the first one, because the first one, it felt like it gave you more of a game of sorts to play. Stuff for high scores, stuff for speed running, stuff for survival. It covered all your bases. Here, it feels like there's some stuff missing. But let's get into the actual unlockable costumes. And unlike the previous game, this one has Stanley narrating each and every one. So if you'll excuse me.
Peter Parker's alter ego, the amazing Spider-Man. Spidey's wall-crawling and web-slinging, combined with his super strength and his amazing agility, make old Webhead one of the most spectacular superheroes around.
The bare basic Spider-Man outfit. New to this game, you'll note, as you've been noticing throughout the entire time, these little web cape things on the underarms. This is just me. I don't like those. I prefer how it looked in the original. Rah, 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 cranky old man being biased. I don't like it. Ugh. I wasn't too much of a fan of the cape that he got in the Spider-Man Unlimited cartoon, as short-lived as that was. But at least there it made sense. Or at least looked somewhat decent. Here it's just, God no. So, I could go over, just roll down the list here, but I want to go in order of how easy it is to how hard it is to unlock stuff, as well as just go over what we have unlocked in the past. So, take it away, Stanley.
Prodigy, a recipe calling for 3-part Spidey, 1 part Thunderbolts, and 1 part huge misunderstanding.
So I took this game approach more methodically, as in, if I can get something within a small bit of effort, I'll go and do it. Prodigy is the prime example because all you have to do is complete training and kill 75 thugs in the challenge mode for the attack challenge. Very easy to do because you can abuse the hell out of it in kid mode. Really cool. Very nice availability as well. Next up in our unlockables.
The Negative Zone is a strange and sometimes terrifying alternate universe, one that can affect a hero in a variety of ways.
So Negative Zone is just another big ol' skin swap. Nothing too major here because it doesn't come with any powers. And I should probably go over Prodigies again real quick because I kind of forgot that. There. I should probably go over Prodigy's powers. Double jump, enhanced strength, and enhanced web swing. I mean, you get ×2 damage out of the gate, and you don't even have to touch the main story mode to get access to this. The double jump's pretty cool, too. because the other way of getting the double jump power is a little bit, it's just a little bit longer to wait. Enhanced web swing, though, definitely makes this game a lot more fun because of the few actual city levels that are in the game. You can go through them ridiculously quick, and just you'll feel a lot better with the web swing mechanics. As for the negative zone suit, there we go. As for the negative zone suit, it's just an aesthetic. You get this by, in the smokescreen level, you have to disarm the bomb with more than 3 minutes remaining. Every key gives you an extra minute on the clock. There you go. Let's see here. Through my notes. Yeah, I didn't really get any other costumes from playing naturally, so here's Battle Damaged. Oh, and I have to give my best Stan Lee impersonation, so no one's going to replace Stan Lee, I'll tell you that right now. But let me give my little 2 cents. After battling our hero... God damn it. Electro's no hero. After battling Electro, our hero is in a world of hurt. That's my terrible Stan Lee impersonation. That's all we're going to get these days. Rest in peace, man. Anyways, Battle Damaged, it's just that. It's Battle Damage. Zoom in a little bit there. It's just more skin. I don't mind this costume too bad. You're in this by default when you do the Electro fight your first time. Simple as that. But, yeah. Now we'll go over the suits that you get by completing... by completing each and every playthrough. We'll work our way up. We'll start with Kid Mode.
Alex Ross's Spidey, now available in white.
So this is your reward for beating Kid Mode. And as you recall me saying sometime, there is no Spidey armor in this game. I've played through it a few times, and I have yet to find any Spidey armor anywhere in this game. If you have found Spidey armor in this game, let me know where it is. Because either I'm blind, I don't know how to explore right, or I'm missing something because there is no Spidey armor. This is the closest we'll get to it, though, in terms of aesthetic. And you get this costume by beating the game on Kid Mode. Pretty decent.
The symbiote, now bonded to Venom, used to be Spidey's favorite suit. Well, that is, until he found out that it was alive, of course.
So Symbiote Spidey is really cool. It's one of the OG costume unlocks from the previous game. And all you have to do is beat the game on easy. So if you like the L2 web swing control scheme better, this is your reward for that. I like it. It's nice and functional and gives you a sense of the old days. Not to mention, this is as close as you're going to get to playing as Venom in this game.
For all of you that haven't read Earth X, Spidey was nice enough to model Venom 2's outfit for you.
Venom 2, Earth X. This costume, holy hell. This is the reward for beating the game on normal mode your first time. And I gotta say, it is a beautiful, basic reward. I say basic as in normal being the basis for the game. Not too hard, not too tough. You get unlimited webbing of Symbiote Spidey and double strength. What's not to like? Affix enhanced web swing, and you got what I call the perfect Spider-Man package here. Goddamn fan. Stay there. I had to replace the fan that was blowing on my machine, so yeah, it sucks. Well, no, this one's better because you're actually not hearing this thing heat up and howl like a banshee half the time. So that's nice, anything to make it easier to use. Alright, let's go over unlocking the comics first.
Dusk, even stealthier than the black suit, as Dusk Spidey strikes out from the shadows.
I don't like this costume. It looks okay, but keep in mind, to get this costume, you effectively have to get every comic book in the game. Now, to make it slightly easier on myself, you saw me show it off via a cheat code by getting all the comic books and playing through via level select, just for the sheer purpose of doing that. But if you don't have cheat codes and you're looking for all the comic books, you're effectively stuck playing through the game 4 times. 4 complete playthroughs, more or less, to get Dusk. For the same thing that Spider-Man Unlimited in the previous game give you, just base stealth. I think it could have been done better. Speaking of hard mode, when you're playing through hard mode normally, once you beat the level Spidey versus Sandman again, you get this.
Spidey with a makeover at the hands of the now legendary Alex Ross.
So this suit is the other one that gives you double jump. It's okay. I don't mind this. Kind of actually from this far away, it almost looks a little bit like Deadpool. What do you guys think? I think there's a bit of a Deadpool inspiration. Who came first? Deadpool or Spider? Well, no, I know Spider-Man came first, but who came first? This particular suit, or was Deadpool around before this suit was ever made? I wonder. Food for thought, I guess. So Spider Phoenix, I'll save for last because it is the glorified bragging rights award. Oh, insulated suit. I almost forgot about this one.
A suit made of rubber insulation may come in handy should Spidey face any electrically powered opponents.
I almost forgot about this suit. This is a must-have for hard mode because it makes all electric damage you take cut in half and comes with double damage. Basically, it makes Electro a hell of a lot more bearable. I pulled Electro on my real hardware, my real PS2. With this game, I just entered a cheat code to get level select, and I just went in there guns blazing. It took me like a half hour of just running around and kiting and doing all that before I downed the fucker. Insulated suit makes it so much easier. So much easier. You get this suit by, and I have proven this on camera thankfully, in any difficulty of the game, you have to utilize the serum shots that you pick up throughout the level. You have to do nothing but shoot those serum shots at the lizard. If he takes damage in any other way, you'll fail that requirement and have to redo the level. But yeah, just pump the lizard full of serum shots, nothing else, and you're golden. Okay? Okay. So, the glorified hard mode unlock.
Spider Phoenix. What happens when the Phoenix Force merges with one spider-bitten hero? A cosmically powered headache for evildoers everywhere.
So Spider Phoenix is this game's Captain Universe. The same invulnerability, the same enhanced strength. The trade-off here is that you get better mobility with enhanced web swing. It's a thing. It's a cool costume, a cool unlock. It's cool that this is the Bragging Rights Award. For those of you that want the easy... There's just one thing devaluing Spider Phoenix in my eyes, and that's all of these outfits. Particularly this one, but I'll get to that in a moment. By a moment, I mean right now. So going through each and every one of these costumes, hang on, I forgot, I gotta do the impersonation of Stan Lee because he doesn't actually have a quote for Peter here. Our mild-mannered, highly intelligent, sometimes neurotic hero of the game. But all of the classic costumes are back once more from Spider-Man 1. Symbiote Spidey is an easy mode beat easy mode to unlock it, but the other the other ones, Peter Parker, Quick Change Spidey.
When his loved ones are in danger, sometimes there's no time for the full suit.
The aesthetic costumes of the Scarlet Spider and Ben Reilly.
Born in maximum clonage, the Scarlet Spider. Ben Reilly, a serious case of mistaken identities, left New York with one Spidey too many. Costume or superhero prank? The amazing Bagman.
Real quick, I'd like to point out, thankfully this is a legitimate costume unlock, as in the previous game, there was no way to legitimately get this thing. You had to use a code to get him, which is fine. It's just nice to see that this guy can actually be legitimately unlocked. We, of course, got our favorite here.
Trapped on Counter-Earth, our hero dons the nanotech suit of Spider-Man Unlimited.
This is the suit from the TV show, and the suit that you will recognize Rino Romano from the most if you had not heard him before then.
The suit worn by Miguel O'Hara to stand up for justice in the year 2099.
Yeah, I keep remembering the guy named Miguel O'Hara by these days, only because I went back and watched a lot of Spider-Man stuff before I started this Let's Play series and as I was doing it. But yeah, the Miguel O'Hara spider suit, double damage. This was your original unlock for getting all the comic books. Really cool suit, really good power. At least Create a Spider exists, so now you can give this guy whatever the hell you want in addition. So Spider Phoenix, devalued because all you have to do to get all of these costumes, as well as this one,
Captain Universe, powered by the Enigma Force.
Captain Universe, the original OG hard mode unlock. You get from Spidey 2099 all the way down to Peter Parker. You beat the game twice on normal mode. That's why I did 2 playthroughs. That got me each and every one of these OG costumes, barring Symbiote Spidey. But by beating the game twice, you basically have the costume you need to get the rest of them. So it devalues a lot of the other playthroughs in that regard, if you're taking the more methodical approach. That doesn't mean that it's, the end-all be-all costume, because Spider-Phoenix still looks cool. I think this thing does look weird, like a bit of an alien pants of some sort. I mean, look at this. That looks ridiculous, and you can see that ass or something. Ugh. In any case, that's all for the costumes. Let's go look at the character viewer.
Our mild-mannered, highly intelligent, sometimes neurotic hero of the game.
Unfortunately, in this case, when you hit the square and circle buttons, you don't get the bonus quotes. You get the wireframe. Oh, good. We can even see wireframes. Cool.
The henchmen live only to serve out the will of their master, and to get paid as well.
Gonna say this right now. I don't like these guys. Look closely. All right. Color that hair blonde, and you have Duke Nukem. This is a Duke Nukem model. Brunette Duke, discount Duke Nukem. I'm not the only one that sees that.
This enemy is a well-trained urban terrorist with only one mission: eliminate anyone that stands in his way.
Pretty much a henchman reskin. That's all he is, and I mean, it's an enemy, but it's not. I don't know the best way to put this. There's a reason this game didn't receive as many good reviews, and that's just because half the enemies are exactly the same.
Herman Schultz used his time in prison to develop vibroshock weaponry. Now he uses them to further his career in crime as the Shocker.
Yeah, there's no voice lines for any of this, so you're pretty much just stuck with the character models and animations. Just a little something I think was lost, but oh well.
These highly trained soldiers are elite weapons specialists and expert hand-to-hand combatants.
Experts my ass, but they do have a rocket launcher of sorts, so I'll give them that. But these look like Bank Thug reskins from 2. Just in my eyes. Let me speed through Shockers real quick. So, Amazing Spider-Man 46. I see what they were going with, and because of the way that this villain was presented, it presented an interesting. I don't know. I'm not that big a fan of the Shocker, but I acknowledge he exists as an actual villain. But is it just me, or does that costume look a little dated?
These guards work for Hammerhead, so beware, Spidey. They're not on your side.
Okay, I thought these guys had mustaches for some reason. These are even more blatant reskins of the Bank Thugs. So we're still up to like 2 enemy types and models here.
Fugitive William Baker hid from the law in an atomic test range where a freak accident turned him into the Sandman.
I remember seeing this in the 3rd Sam Raimi Spider-Man film. Yeah, in terms of gameplay, fuck this guy. I do not like Sandman, but he's an early villain, so yeah, there's respect for it. I wonder how Spidey was supposed to beat this guy anyways.
These 1930s rejects live to follow Hammerhead's mobster ways.
After Spidey's done with them, they'll be singing like canaries. Yeah, like look at these guys. They are straight up out of the 1930s. Oh man, go back to I can't even think of the actual 1930s stuff. This is what they get when Hammerhead watches nothing but Al Capone flicks in his home. Speaking of Hammerhead,
once a 2-bit thug until he had an adamantium plate implanted in his head Hammerhead now rules the Mafia with an iron hand.
Yeah, basically, let's call him an elite mobster, because that's all he really is in this game. He's also this game's replacement of the Rhino from 1, and I just don't like this guy as much as the Rhino. Rhino gave you enough reaction time. This guy, he's relentless. When I went after the what if mode bonus of him getting his that took me like a good 20 minutes or so. And that was just me trying to figure out how to manipulate him to actually charge. Most of the time he's just shooting at you, guns blazing, and never gives you a chance.
Mechanized guardians and maintenance workers. Not truly evil, but an obstacle nonetheless.
Now that I think about it, that kind of looks like Cyclops' visor from the X-Men.
These drones pack huge missiles to destroy intruders. They can detect heat signals with their infrared sensors.
You know, looking at this thing, this kind of looks like either a pilotable vehicle or a power-up.
Not much of a threat on its own. This drone calls entire squads for help.
We still have, and pro tip, lizard.
The lizard, product of a twisted experiment gone wrong.
Go back and listen to this description in Spider-Man 1. It's the exact same thing. Look at that. Bite, bite. Hey, look, we hit him with serum, and he's like, ah, my head.
These relics of a time long past have been brought to life by Electro, complete with lightning swords and pneumatic kick.
See, this is cool enemy variety. Like, he comes in and melees you. He does have an annoying-ass ranged attack, but at the very least, he's interesting. He's unique. He's new. It's not just a guy with guns or a robot. I mean, robots are cool, but they're not the only thing we want to really fight, and you have to fight robots for pretty much an entire arc. But these guys are so unique. It's just a damn shame that this one enemy type is only in one level. God damn it.
Max Dillon was working on a power line when lightning hit him. Now, by a miracle, he survived and was reborn as the menacing Electro.
So yeah, this guy, I give him credit and, you know, respect for being one of Spidey's first villains, because look how early that is. His first appearance was in Spider-Man issue number 9. I hate his voice direction in this game, though. He sounds like a whiny brat. Or if you want to be more, let's get the age rating up on the video here. He's a whiny pissant. A whiny pissant. His delivery could be better. I mean, if you want to keep him there, it's just, remember that line? Give me the Joel, Spidey. Give me the Joel. Like, so much wasted potential.
After merging with the BioNexus device, Electro became pure energy. With nearly infinite power, Hyper Electro will prove Spidey's greatest challenge yet.
Yes, Hyper Electro, aka what happens when Electro finds all 7 Chaos Emeralds, returns them to the stand in Hidden Palace, and then finds the 7 Super Emeralds. In reality, fuck this boss as well. He doesn't give you anywhere near the amount of openings he should, because most of the time you're just dodging him while he's in iframes. He reminds me of a raid boss, a terribly designed raid boss. A huge annoyance, and on my first playthrough when I tried beating this game on hard mode from start to end, yeah, I actually stopped here because I was just sick of pulling him for an hour. And I was like, I have to come back and do this later. But nonetheless, I did beat him. He took me a while. But it was a lot easier, if only because this time around I took a methodical approach, because I knew I could. You can't really take that much of a methodical approach in Spider-Man 1 to be honest, because taking the methodical approach requires you to beat the game once first. And even then, the methodical approach doesn't really help, because it requires you to get all the comics too. But this game, you just break it over a new one. But we still have a few characters, so let me shut up.
The beautiful Dr. Watts is a prominent scientist and a world-renowned expert in biomechanics. It's this expertise that allowed her to create the BioNexus device.
Can I just say what the hell's wrong with her clothing here? Is that supposed to be skin or an adornment, like trim? Kind of looks like she's showing off a lot more skin than needed. Anyways, hey, look, X-Men cameos.
Blessed or maybe cursed with a mutant ability to absorb thoughts and powers through physical contact, Rogue has proven herself a hero again and again as one of the X-Men.
Yep. Would that make her an X-woman?
Fueled by the dream that mutants and humans can coexist in peace, Professor Charles Xavier formed the X-Men. They're men and women, sworn to protect a world that fears and hates them. The X-Men champion the right against the tyranny of man and mutant alike.
There's him. And of course, we have good old Beast.
Dr. Henry McCoy, Ph.D. When he's not conversing with world leaders in biogenetics, McCoy helps to save the world with the uncanny X-Men as the Beast.
Yeah, Beast is cool. Never really got into the X-Men all that much, but I remember this animated series running on Cartoon Network that I tuned into, because as kids, you don't know what to watch. Anyways, next up, all 32 comics that we unlocked. Let's take a look at the vast differences. I'm not going to spend too much time reading through this. I will say this in terms of an improvement. I like the text here. The text makes it a lot easier to read against this background, so I can read it from a better distance. But I'm going to be skimming through all of these, so if you see a comic you like and want to read through all of these, just pause the video. Hold up, is that what I... Yeah, look at that. Sandman versus Venom. There's a matchup I never thought I'd see. Aw, and Sandman lost. First appearance of the Shocker in that one. Spidey in the negative zone, saving 3 kids. Yeah, he has to use the Dusk costume and team up with a Trapster to get him to turn himself in. Here you go. Look at this one. And it's the birth of the spider armor. Destroyed at the end of the issue, it proves fairly useful and is granted immortality by its inclusion in both Spider-Man games. Lies! Fucking lies! I didn't see a single Spidey armor in this game! Why do you do this to me, comic book? Jonas Harrow. That's a guy that surgically inserted the adamantium plate into Hammerhead. Yeah, after having just seen a movie on Al Capone. He styled his stuff like that. Pretty cool. Peter's graduation. And he's 1 credit short because he, of all things, doesn't take a gym class. I didn't think gym would actually... do colleges offer a gym class these days? Spidey teams up with the X-Men. Hey, this... Go the hell back. Does, oh god, I'm yawning. Getting tired, I guess. Does this comic cover look familiar? It should, because this is the cover art to Spider-Man 1 on PS1, N64, Dreamcast, and PC. Hydro Man. That's another villain, I guess. Hey, look, the wedding. And here's an actual wedding. Spidey announces there's a Spider Jr. Oh boy, they got busy. There you go. Here's Prodigy. That's why, because of the $5 million price tag on his head. I thought Prodigy was a different boy. Mighty Thor joins Spider-Man. This is where his cameo is. the rebirth of Electro. Long story short, he gives himself the chair, and that's how he gets it. That's a weird way of getting your powers back. Insulated suit, and this is it. Spidey goes normal. And this is the only mention we ever get of Black Cat in this game. Thankfully, the Black Cat is around to lend a hand. But that's all the comic books. Just 32 more covers. There's no dupes, which is cool. Okay, next up, the Bugle headlines. So as you can see here, there's a few. There's a few headlines here, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12, 13. Yeah, 13 headlines. We'll just look at all these real quick. Don't know how well this is going to transfer whenever you review it via video. But if you die in the warehouse level or against Shocker, this is one of them. Reed Richards to deliver a lecture on alternative uses for vibranium. Mysterious blades sighted in Prague. The X-Men. Outlaw heroes are mutant menace. Great, now they're starting to talk about him. I swear, just the way that these load in, it kind of gives you a bit of a jump. New York City target of mutant menace. Spider-Man apprehended. Another miraculous breakthrough for Stark Solutions. That's the Iron Man thing. Kree invasion fleet spotted around Neptune. Oh boy. Spider-Man ambushes police. The Xavier School Mutant Academy? Bionexus components bound for New York. Cloak and Dagger spotted in Times Square. Cloak and Dagger, I think they're a villain duo. Maybe a vigilante duo of some sort? Spider-Man unmasked. Caught destroying train yards. Science and Industry Ball canceled due to Spider Menace. Greenwich attacked by Vampire Nation. Blah, 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 blah. I've already read this one. So if you die at Hammerhead or one of the hostages gets killed, this one shows up. Theft still a mystery. Notice blah 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 blah. Science and Industry Ball ruined. Spider-Man finally brought to justice. Here's the heroic one. Literally the same thing, different picture. Science and Industry Ball ruined Spider-Man on the rampage. If you die, I believe in there's one of the two levels. I can't remember which one, but I think you have like 2 levels to get this one. Power shortages grind life to a halt. Zeus's tear, blah blah. Avengers defeated by Kree. Invasion imminent. No! Not Captain America! And of course, Spider-Man's among the casualties at Biotech. Blackout stop, but for how long? Rampaging beast at Biotech. Who watches the Watchmen? Spider-Man and Electro, Evil's newest duo. Spider-Man delivers city to his master, Electro. Ghost Rider, the Spirits of Vengeance Reborn. You get that one when you die in the final boss fight. And Thor saves the city, of course. Ghost Rider, friend or foe. Bionexus fight and just here destroyed by Spider-Man. Okay. So that's all those. Storyboards, just more of the same. Everyone has a storyboard this time around, which is pretty cool. I think there's a little more to the storyboards as well. Just from the way that these are all animated and whatnot. Boss, look. I'll give you a few of these, if only because I really don't want to go. I don't want to sit here through all these. There's way more. It's like, how many cutscenes are there? Yeah. But here's the main meat of the final one of them there. Parker's portfolio. Look at these pictures. These are pretty good ones. This is the kid mode set, but it's a set of 6 pictures from each playthrough. The kid mode and easy ones are exactly the same outside of the size that Spider-Man is. So there's Lizard, there's Sandman, there's Electro, there's Hyper Electro. And then as you can see here through the exact same 6 pictures, Spider-Man's size is different. Pretty good stuff. Pretty good stuff. Then you beat the game on normal mode and you get these pictures, wholly different. And you can tell these ones are more masterfully drawn out. It feels like you're increasing the quality every time. Ow, That has to hurt. Yeah, punch out that Hyper Electro. Something we can't do in hard mode. Damn you inconsistent. And then for beating the game on hard mode, look at these beautiful black and white inks. Look at this. This is before digital drawing was a thing, people. Look at these. This is beautiful. Why does that look like he's trying to eat you? Punching straight cinder block. But there you go. That's all those portfolios, and guys, I hate to say it, but we're pretty much done. We are pretty much done. I'll go through each of the storyboards that I haven't gone through, just so that I can feel completed and I have to have something to talk about. But this game as a whole, is it a good game? Absolutely. It is a good game. This is not a great game, though. I hate the style of progression. I hate the style of how you have to... I hate the style that you have to go with if you want to get your unlocks, particularly the comics. Playing through the game for suits and all that is fine, but I swear that they tried to answer the potential backlash they would have gotten for a shorter game, and they tried to chock it full of more unlockables. Again, I don't think this game is bad. I definitely like it. I just like the first one more. I think it is a great game. And the reviews even state that it feels like there was something lost in the translation. But all in all, if you like this game more, you're not wrong. You just have different tastes, and you're not wrong for that. A little bit sad that we never actually got like a legitimate beetle boss fight, because he shows up in he shows up in a couple of scenes of the game, and then he's just gone. There's the interlude stuff. So once he smash it, there he goes. He smashes it there. There you go, it got the smash. The needle. Sea needle? No. By the way, I still don't know who the hell Electra is. Good old plot thicket. And I'm starting to lose my voice now. I gotta go get some water after this. Or something to drink. Mad Reptile. No, you call it Mad Lizard. Don't call it Mad Reptile. You'll draw comparisons to Mortal Kombat. Down the drain, down the drain. These are still cool to look at. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, that pretty much does it for Spider-Man 2 Under Electro. I want to thank you so much for joining me, and to those that did not watch my Spider-Man 1 LP for whatever reason, go back and watch that. You are missing out on a fantastic game. And hold on, go back. Okay, there's 55 frames here. I thought there was more than that. I thought there was less than that. Let's go through that again. For those that have been living under a rock, Stan Lee did pass away on November of 2018. He's going to be sorely missed because he was one hell of a guy. Oh, so close, so close. If it wasn't for Spider-Man, I'd have been a god now. Hey, look, one of the storyboards says Spider-Man 1 game footage. Makes me wonder, did they have to re-record the game? Did they have to record their own game to get that, or what? Anyways, that is going to do it. Thank you so much for joining me, guys. This has been a very fun ride from the beginning of Spider-Man 1 to the end of this game. I'm happy I managed to play this. And if this took so long to get out, it is because I have changed houses. So hopefully you will be seeing this. And if not, then that just means I had to go put this on a flash drive, go to my local library, and upload them like that. So I'll be looking for what kind of games I can do. By the time all this goes up, excuse me, Captain. We'll end off on the demo. Why not? In any case, guys, this is Ragnamune signing out. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have a fantastic day, night, whatever. By the time this goes up, it could be very well Christmas for all I know. So have a Merry fucking Christmas. And I will see you guys in the next Let's Play in 2019. I will see you later. Take care.